to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol, and I'm so glad you've joined us today. We're coming to you from our YouTube channel, and if you haven't already clicked on that subscribe button, I would appreciate it if you would do that and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. We are going to continue with our Digestive Health yoga series. So just a series of poses where we're working on improving our digestion and our digestive health. We will be start our class seated. We'll come to standing, and then we'll come back to seated. And as always, if you want to just stay seated the whole time, that's just fine. You only need your chair today. All right, let's get started. We're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair. We're not leaning back. We've moved forward just a little bit. We're going to pull our belly button in towards our spine, lifting our heart up. Lower those shoulders down out of the ears. Think about connecting your sits bones to the chair, grounding those sits bones to the earth. And also thinking about taking those feet and making sure they are grounded to the earth as well. Place your hands lightly on your thighs, palms facing up. Close your eyes and breathe. Focus your attention on your heart center. Let go of everything going on outside of the room. Begin to notice your breath. Feel your inhalation and exhalation. Begin to elongate that breath, inhaling a little more deeply, exhaling a little more completely. We're going to move into that diaphragmatic breath, that belly breath. As you inhale, the belly extends. You're filling the lungs from the bottom up, engaging your diaphragm. As you exhale, pull the belly button to the spine, push the air up and out of the lungs. Do that again. Now we're going to continue with that diaphragmatic breath. We're going to inhale to 4 counts and exhale to 5 counts. It'll be something like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Drop your chin towards your chest. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Chin towards your chest. Look up towards the front of the room. Look over your right shoulder. Look center. Look over your left shoulder. Look center. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. And reverse it. Place your hands lightly on your thighs, palms facing down, elbows are wide. Pull your belly button to your spine, round your shoulders, tuck your chin, look at your belly button into your cat pose. Lift your heart, grab the back of your chair, and open into your cow pose. Let's do that again. Round the shoulders, tuck the chin, let the head fall into your cat pose. Lift your heart up, grab the back of the chair, and open into your cow pose. One final time. Round those shoulders. Lift your heart into cow. And release that and roll one shoulder at a time. And reverse it. Hands to the ceiling, mountain pose. Stretch, stretch, stretch towards the ceiling. Shoulders are down. Take that left hand, bring it down, and stretch. So I'm trying to touch the ceiling with one hand and the floor with the other. Really lengthen through. Come center. Take a moment. All right, we're going to do that again. Up we go. Mountain pose, shoulders are down. Take that right hand down. Now lengthen through. Really stretch. Really try to touch the ceiling and the floor. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. And release and roll those shoulders. Ooh, yeah. All right. One final time. And then we're moving on. So this time we're going to take that right hand up. Left hand is going to be on the chair. We're going to lengthen. And then we're going to let that sideways stretch. We're going to turn and we're going to look up at the ceiling. Take the twist out and come up, and let's do the other side. We're going to lengthen through first. Lean into it. Turn and look up at the ceiling. Take the twist out, come up, and roll those shoulders. Oh, yeah. And reverse it. Very good. Okay, so if you were with us the previous two classes, you've done this before. So, but if you haven't, then it's all good. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. Don't worry. But we're going to scoot back in our chair, and we're going to do the first version leaning back, okay? So you've got the back of the chair to give you support. Now, the important thing is to think about the leg that we're not bending, the leg that we're not working. You want to have that foot firmly on the floor, okay? So don't let it kind of hike up. You want to keep that foot down and keep this sits bone down, all right? We're going to bring that right knee into the chest and squeeze. I have to adjust just a little bit. Now, if this is bothering your knee, right, grab behind the thigh instead and pull. Okay, it's fine. What the important thing here is that their thigh is touching your belly, okay? So that squeezing is actually, you're touching the thigh to the belly. That's the important piece of this one. All right, are we ready? And release it. And they're going to do the other side. So sometimes it helps by having that chair back there, right? So we can kind of press against that chair to help me get my heart forward enough to where my leg can squeeze into that. And release it. Okay, so that's great. If you want to be right there, that's fine. If you're with me, I'm going to come forward for this next set, okay? But it's the same thing. I'm going to bring my knee in. I'm stretching through the spine, lengthening my spine, my head's towards the ceiling, and I'm pulling this knee into my chest. You see that? And release it, and let's do the other side. Pull that knee in, that leg in towards the chest, and release it. Okay. Now, the last version of this, we're going to bring this knee across our body, okay? So we're going to bring it in and then cross. So it's a little twist. And release it. And we're going to do the other side. So we bring it in and then we bring it across the body and twist. Oh yeah. I don't know about you, but I feel this one a lot. Okay. And release it. You feel okay? Let's get a little sip of water after that, okay? So remember, anytime we do poses that work into the digestive system or the belly, we twist or whatever, it can make you feel a little nauseous, so just drink a lot of water and you should be fine if it's kind of makes you feel a little, your tummy a little upset. All right, so now we're going to move into our locust pose. So we're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it wide, and we're going to let our left knee fall down towards the floor. So this is our crescent lunge. We've done it before. You can have this knee right here. If you want to push that foot back behind you, the key here is you've got to lift your heart, okay? So if you're here but your heart is forward, I'd rather you bend your knee a little bit and get that heart up, okay? So we're going to look over our front knee, and we're going to take the left hand, the same hand of the leg that's extended. We're going to bring it down beside us, and we're going to have our palm facing out, and we're going to press back with that hand. The other hand goes up to the ceiling. The back of the hand is pressing back, and we push. Both hands are pressing back. Our heart is lifted. Belly is tight. One more breath. Release it. We're going to do that again. Okay, are we ready? Take that leg, put it wherever works for you. Lift that heart up. Take this hand back, other hand up, and move into your locust pose. One more breath and release. Face forward. That's a good one. Let's do the other side. Take this knee and open it wide. So we got that inner thigh stretched before we even start. Take this knee, let it fall down towards the floor, and push that foot back behind you. Only what works for you. Lift your heart. Take this hand, bring it back by your side. Palm is facing back. Opposite hand is up to the ceiling. Palm is facing forward. And stretch. So not only is my top hand coming back and my bottom hand coming out, the back of my kneecap is going up towards the ceiling. So there is a lot going on in this pose. Let's release it. Does that make sense? So not only is this hand going back and this hand coming out back as well, and then the back of my kneecap is coming up towards the ceiling, okay? So there's lots going on. Let's do that again. So start with that leg. Heart is lifted. Think about back of the kneecap to the ceiling. Take this hand, bring it back to the side. Other hand is up to the ceiling. We're opening into that seated modified locust pose. We're breathing. One more breath and release. How's that feel? All right, we're going to do one counter stretch for that pose, and then we're going to stand and continue working, okay? So we're going to first of all, let's put our hands right here. It's child's pose. So we're going to put our hands on our thighs, palms facing up. Now, we've done this one as a forward fold, which is similar, but the difference is I want you to really let your belly fall between your legs, okay? Do you see that? Let that belly fall. Then just tuck your chin and let your head fall. All right, we're going to roll that up slowly. And we're going to do that one more time. So lengthen through the spine. Let those hands come here for support. Let your heart fall. Belly between the legs. Tuck the chin. Let the head fall. And we are going to roll it out. Okay, let's come to standing. We're going to be on the right side of our chair, and we're going to be facing our chair, okay? All right. So my feet are going to be hip distance apart, and I've got a good step back from the chair. We're going to hinge at the hips, and we're going to come forward, put one hand in the chair, put the other hand in the chair, and we're going to move into our cat and cow. So it's just giving that back a little release before we start. Okay, so we're going to drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips. Then we're going to pull the belly button to the spine, and we're going to round the shoulders, tuck the chin, let the head fall. Let's do that again. Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips, and round it down into cat. Let's do it one more time, just for the fun of it. Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips. Cow pose, round the shoulders. Pull the belly button to the spine into your cat pose. Okay, from here, what you're going to do is you're going to just let your forearms come into the seat of the chair. All right? So I'm on my forearms, and we're going to move into our downward facing puppy. Okay? So we're going to take a step back with one foot and then a step back with the other foot. Now, the important thing in this one, you see what I'm doing? I'm hinging back and I'm pressing my heart down. So it's important to feel the backward motion and then let the heart fall down into your downward facing puppy. All right, ready? We're going to come up, take a step forward, and roll it up. How did that feel? Is everybody okay with that one? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little vinyasa with our downward facing puppy. We're going to add a little sun salutation with that, okay? All right, so we're going to start there. I just wanted you to do a downward facing puppy first to get the feel of it before we add it on. So now we're going to add our sun, so our big circle, up we go. We're going to pull our belly button to our spine, and we're going to dive forward. Bring your hands to your thighs or your shins for a halfway lift. Now, as you forward fold, place your forearms in the chair. Take a step back, take a step back. Your hips go to the ceiling, your heart falls towards your thighs, your head falls between your hands. Maybe your heels are on the floor, maybe they're not, doesn't matter. But I'm pressing my hips up and my heart back. One more breath. Take a step forward, and roll it up. Can we do that one more time before we move to the other side? Big circle. Dive forward, belly button to spine. Halfway lift, hands on shins or thighs, extend long the spine. Put your forearms in the chair, let your heart fall. Step back, hips to the ceiling, heart back towards the thighs, head is hanging between your arms. One more breath, step forward, and roll it up. Okay, everybody good? Can we do the other side? Let's do it. Coming to the other side. All right. So we're going to do the cat and cow first, but then we're going to go straight into the vinyasa, since we've already kind of done a downward facing puppy and we kind of know what to expect on that, okay? All right, so my feet are hip distance apart. We're going to hinge forward, put one hand in the chair, put the other hand in the chair. Okay, are we ready for a cat and cow? Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips. Belly button to spine, round the shoulders, tuck the chin, let the head fall. Let's do that again. Dropping the belly, lifting the heart, lifting the hips. Pull the belly button to the spine, round the shoulders, tuck the chin, look at your belly button into cat. Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the hips into cow. Pull the belly button to the spine, round the shoulders into cat, and come to neutral spine. All right, are we ready? We're going to let go of the chair and we're going to make that big circle up. Bring your hands to your heart. Up we go. Dive forward, belly button to spine, protect that low back, halfway lift, inhale here, extend the spine long, fold, put your forearms in the chair, step it back, so hips go high, heart goes back towards your thighs, your head just falls, and maybe your heels of your feet come to the mat, maybe they don't worry about it. Thing I care about most is that your hips are high and your heart is back. One more breath. Take a step forward with one foot, a step forward with the other foot, and roll it up. Okay, we're going to do that again. Are we ready? Here we go. Up we go. Diving forward. There's your exhale if you want to add that yoga breath. Halfway lift is your inhale. Really lengthen through that spine. Put your forearms in the chair. Step back. Let your heart fall down towards your thighs. Get those hips high. Head falls between your hands. You're breathing. One more breath. Step forward and roll it up. Last time, here we go. Big circle up. Diving forward. Ha. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Forearms in the chair. Step it back. Hips go high. Heart goes back. Head hangs. One more breath. Step it forward and roll it up. Very good. Okay, come back to seated. And we're going to do our triangle pose, Trikonasana, seated. Next series, we will be doing them standing in both of the standing series. But I want to do it one more time seated. And then we will get, because it really gives us the feeling of those rib cage moving separate from the rest of the body. Because that's so critical to get that in this pose. All right, enough talking. So first of all, we're going to ground those feet. So really think about having your feet grounded to the earth. Think about having your sits bones grounded to the chair. Super important. With your right foot, we're going to heel toe it out twice. And you want that foot at an angle, at a diagonal, right? The knee is in alignment with the toes. All right. So we're going to take it a little faster than we have in the last two classes. So take those rib cages and just angle them over to the same side of the leg that we have kind of extended out. So you see what's happening? And then bring that rib cage back. Let's do that again. Rib cage goes out. My hips stay down. This hip is really down. It wants to hike up. I don't want you to let it. Let's come in. All right, now we're going to add the arms. So let's do the rib cage first. Out it goes. Add those arms. Oh, yeah. Now bring those arms back in. All right, let's do that again. Ooh, you get the feeling of it. And come back in. All right, hands come down. Heel toe that foot back center. And we're going to do the other side, okay? So we're going to heel toe this foot out just twice. We don't want it too wide. Now, the knee is in alignment with those toes. We're going to take those ribs and we're just going to let them slide this way. All right, bring them back. Remember, keep this hip down. Take those that rib cage and let it just slide this direction. And back center. Okay, we're going to add the arms this time. Okay, do the ribs first and then add the arms. Bring those ribs back. Let's do that again. All right, and come back. And bring those hands down. Heel toe that foot back in, and very good. So we're going to finish with a little twist, just one more little twist for that digestive system. We're going to take this left hand and we're going to bring it on the outside of that right knee. We're going to take our right hand and bring it back to the chair. Take this right shoulder, bring it back, turn, and look over the back of your chair. Let's release that, and we're going to do the other side. So we're going to take this hand, we're going to bring it on the outside of that leg. Opposite hand comes to the seat behind you. Bring that shoulder back, turn, look over the back of your chair. And release. Very good. Go ahead and sit back in your chair. Place your hands lightly on your thighs, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. The Daily Motivator from greatday.com. In your hands today. Think of how today will look from the perspective of tomorrow. Think of how this month will look from the perspective of next year. Are there opportunities you will wish you had taken advantage of? Are there efforts you wish you had made, destructive habits you'll wish you had abandoned? Today you have a combination of time and resources that you'll never have again. Today you can envision a better world and actually move toward it. The quality of your future is in your hands today. That's a profound opportunity, one you deserve to fully utilize while you can. Today you're able to send good and valuable things ahead to tomorrow and beyond. You can give the rest of your life added confidence, satisfaction, effectiveness, and richness. Imagine yourself looking back on today with gratitude and admiration. Now do what you can to make sure that really happens. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Extend that left arm long. Flip the palm up towards the ceiling. And release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. And release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Extend the right arm long. Flip the palm towards the ceiling. And release it. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. And remember, if you would click subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And give me a comment. I will catch you next time.